Just waiting to see. I'm just waiting to see what happens here. Are we laggy? Are
Is
we
it exploding?
Is it everything seems to, ooh, it's moving. Everything's good. Are we here?
We're
I think
alive.
we're good.
I'm not. Yep,
We're good.
we're good.
This is-
It looks. We look good.
All right.
How
Welcome
does
back.
everyone else feel about us?
Well, nobody else is here,
Get
I
some-
think, except us.
Oh.
So we'll have to let's give it a second, and then we'll just start. And video of the day. I mean, we'll figure that out. God, this is gonna be a ride. Like the VOD's gonna be like, there's 7 different VODs for today.
for our ads, but finger guns.
Yes.
I
thank
can't
you.
fix that.
I appreciate that so much. That's all I wanted is that.
Just a good old finger guns chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and post here a couple things.
It's working on my end. I think we're green.
We're good.
I'm just
I think.
tweeting. I'm just giving a second for you to be able to show.
We did it.
We did it.
You're still- you're still tweeting? You're not tooting over on Mastodon?
I haven't used Mastodon yet.
I love that's what they're called.
What is Mastodon?
Open source Twitter clone. It's
Yeah.
where a lot of
That's
people are
some
going
kind
now
of
that
stuff.
Twitter is on fire.
I'm checking out
Ah.
Hive. I'm checking out Hive.
I'm unwilling to do anything that doesn't have a desktop experience. You mobile elitists. I'm not doing it.
I didn't even think about it.
Welcome to Vengalia Does Tech Hour.
Mm-hmm.
For all the latest and greatest thoughts on what billionaires do with social media platforms.
Mostly tank their other companies, which is exciting and fun.
It's great. I love the collateral damage. It's such a
Yep.
self burn. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to use that audio like everything's great. We're all gonna have a really great time. What the Jesus Christ is this?
What the
Like
Jesus
just
Christ is that?
like everybody on Twitter, and then Elon takes over, and then that's what happens. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Even if it's just for us, guys, we'll play for us, and then if people show up, then they can just join in.
Yeah.
So we have our snacks, we have our drinks, we have our toilet cherries, and we are.
Sinkberries.
Wait, now there's only 3 of us. Who left Twitch? Come on, guys. Who left?
I'm still recording. You lost me at toilet cherries.
I thought I might. Let's go ahead and go join us now as we travel to the sunset. Seriously, who's out on Twitch? There's 5 of us here. There should at least be 5 in Twitch. Sunset over Vengalia. See that person who came back. The other person better get back there sooner, so help me. Killing our numbers. All right, I'm waiting for the music to switch now, Matt.
It's going. It's taking. Kenku's thinking about it. Kenku's shocked as shocked as we are.
When last we left off, the heroes had just arrived in the temple district of the Swalield Gardens. They each had questions to ask of the gods as they searched for answers. Quoras, wanting to know answers about eulogy, goes to the Temple of Matrix, where he meets Galandan Rothanal, a blind sage of the Order, who helps him understand some of the history of the blade, but is invited to come back in a couple of days to allow Galandan time to study a bit more. After leaving, he encounters a small kobold monk from the Temple of Hesmos, one of the Justicars, scurrying around in the shadows. Quoras decides to approach him, but leaves after being scolded for supposedly speaking down on the kobold for being small. Edi and Nemeia want to visit the Temple of Aruna. Edi arrives and immediately goes to play with the children and the baby goats. Whereas Nemeia, who meets a priest, who pity the fool, who helps her scry on her father. Nemeia is informed that he's working with some plants and creating some sort of pain remedy for a one-armed woman. This causes Nemeia to break the connection and run out. After the Temple of Aruna, the party travels to the Temple of Ishki and is instantly greeted with riddles. Void asks to be given access to the sounding chamber, which is allowed. Everyone crowds into a relatively small space to speak with Ishki. Void finds some answers about their progress, as well as the gun that they've been working on palimpsest, and changing the names, and finds that Ishki is pleased with the progress that Void is making. Edi finds that she is not a cleric of Aruna for certain. She is given a definitive answer that Aruna is not her goddess, but Aruna is very fond of Edi. But more importantly, maybe, Edi is given information regarding a cookie delivery service in Saison that will deliver cookies anywhere on the material plane. You know, the important stuff. Quoras decides he has no questions for Ishki and remains silent. Nemeia does, however, speaks up and expects no answer, but instead Ishki does speak to her and informs her that the reason the other gods have been silent in regards to her is because she is off limits to the gods, but Ishki really doesn't follow those rules. After leaving the temple, the party heads to a new tavern, the Blushing Donkey, where they are given a letter from Aldym, telling them about a masquerade ball that she's gotten them tickets for and needing their help infiltrating to meet up with the secret keeper that has gone, one of the secret keepers that is undercover in Saison, secret keeper Diero Falone, who is undercover in deep cover infiltrating the Thieves Guild. After this letter, a tickle fight breaks out, leading to Edi leaping off the bed at Quoras and Void. And that is where we left off and where we pick up. Edi is flying through the air off the bed. Void, you jumped out of the way. You ducked out of the way.
I can't catch her. What do you want from me?
I am aware of this. Quoras, what are you doing? She's coming flying at you.
I guess I'm gonna catch her.
Let's first
Gonna
off,
try.
Let's make a dex check and then follow that with a strength check.
Hell yeah. Not a saving throw?
No. Strength saving throw, yes. Dex check is to see if you respond fast enough.
No. It's a 15 on the dex check.
Okay. You definitely have enough time to see her coming.
Cool. And then you want I guess it
strength
doesn't really
saving
matter.
throw,
Strength
yeah.
saving throw. Cool. A 23.
Yeah, easily enough. Edi flies through the air and you kind of swing her around and like swing her legs, almost taking Void out as you swing her around.
Ah!
Oh, you got me!
Oh, yes. Why are you leaping at me?
I don't remember.
Me either.
The past 2 seconds feel like a week or something.
Right?
Yeah. Literally.
If I remember correctly, it was because Edi is. Let's see, what was it?
Where are we?
We're in our hotel
We're in the
room.
You're in your hotel room
At the
with
Blushing
Bashful
Donkey.
Blushing Donkey.
was
It is
tickling
probably
you.
about 7 or 8. Nemeia was tickling you. Basically, you guys were having a pillow fight kind of thing. Nemeia spear tackles Edi almost midair as you rebound off the mattress and begins tickling her, the two of you laughing. Void says,
Yes,
that looks
yeah,
fun, but
because
I'm not
joining
tickling you.
I'm joining in on I'm making them join in on our fun.
It's a game of tickles, yes.
It's
Gotcha.
a game of tickles.
What you guys said, not me.
The far
So
more
right now-
lighthearted follow-up by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Bedtime is coming.
God.
Oh.
Not in
oh.
a dirty way, you guys. Gosh.
Have you
Oh,
met
oh.
us?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Exactly.
your tickle fight is ongoing. Edi flies off the bed at Quoras. Quoras catches her, swings her around, and you guys go again.
And see. Void is just like backing, like getting a little bit of distance from the hooves and horns gaily flying through the
Combo.
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a lot. But I mean, she's a little graceful.
We're in
She's
danger.
dexterous. We're in danger. Is Chorus ticklish?
Yes.
Can I try and find his tickle spot?
Go for it.
You sure can.
Roll tickle.
That's roll
Yeah.
roll to tickle.
Roll for
Um,
tickles.
What would that even be? I guess an sleight of hand, investigation.
Investigation.
I'll say
Charisma investigation
Yep.
check.
Yeah, I don't-
I've got a -2 to finding the tickles.
It's charisma. You gotta. I feel like charisma is such a good answer.
So I got a 3.
you tickle the bottom like of his armor. You're like just tickling the armor. Do you like this
Yeah.
spot? Do you like this
I
spot?
can't- Yeah. That's not what Edie says. Edie can't find a good purchase anywhere, so she jumps down and goes for the knees to try and take you to the ground.
Sweep the leg.
This is starting to get violent.
It's a leg.
Sweep the leg.
Oh, I need to roll.
Sure. First, Edie, make a strength check, I guess, to see how. I'll say an attack. You can make an attack. This will be an unarmed attack against Quoras's leg.
Shatter Chorus's knee. Fucking football injury here.
We need the long rest. We need the long rest now.
I got a 19.
Ooh. Quoras, what's your AC?
Well, that. Ooh, if I use my reaction, no, I don't have my sword out.
Make me just kick him.
You're sweeping the leg. I'm just curious what his AC is.
It hits. It's 16.
All right. So you are trying to go ahead, I guess, and make a dex saving throw then against being tripped by the leg, and we'll use this like as your spell DC save for Edie.
Incredible.
Lot.
This is not how I anticipated this going, but I love this.
22.
Oh, damn. You save.
A chorus
I feel like my leg fully does the sweep, and you like you feel my leg hit your first one. You just kind of like step over me with both legs.
Just very like done with this shit. Just step. Like,
Yeah.
Void is all like Karate Kid. Just put him in a body bag.
Put him
A
in a
body
body bag.
bag. Yeah.
I like how this turned into just like a pro wrestling match here.
All right. Like there's
Ringside
awesome.
leap into the fray.
This is the most
I
aggressive
guess
tickles
is
I've ever
it
seen.
morning or is it?
It is
It's
still
evening.
nighttime. You guys haven't gone to bed
Nighttime.
yet. It's like
Okay,
7
it's time for
o'clock in the evening.
sleep.
Well, you guys can go to bed, or you can have a meal. It's like 7 o'clock. Whatever you guys want to do.
Oh. You guys hungry? I haven't eaten in like an hour.
Other than the bird food that you packed out, from the.
Well, Edie's hand is never not filled with donut
Yeah.
nut.
I don't know why, but I think I could go for a pie.
Yeah, what kind of pie?
I think any, so long as the crust is perfectly crunchy and the inside is perfectly, moist and delicious, thus creating the perfect balance of textures that is so namesaking of pies.
Well, we did pay for food.
Well, I'm sure
yes.
they've got food here, right? Maybe they've got a pie on the menu.
You can certainly see.
Maybe.
Do they have a room service menu?
Nope. The blushing donkey does not have room service.
That'd be incredible.
Do they have a bar menu?
No, they don't have room delivery. Period. You definitely can go
no.
down
Like, as in just a menu from the bar. I was just being an idiot.
in your room. Yeah. There's local attractions, like places you can call.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Like,
Next to a
in the
sending
little
stone.
welcome book in the.
Press
Oh,
0
that's-
for operator.
Yes. Food.
Sure.
That would be good.
Mm. Edie
Oh.
takes off downstairs.
There she goes. I was considering that we might want to go check out one of those other taverns, but the invitations to the Masquerade seem to have sort of precluded us of needing to do that. So might just be good to stay quiet and recover. Man, you seem a little tired.
Yeah, my eyes are burning actually. But we should go make sure she doesn't get into any trouble.
That's actually a
upstairs.
good point. Yes.
How much trouble could Edie have gotten in before they come down and find her?
What is
Tavern is
Edie
on
doing?
fire.
Yeah.
What is
Full
Edie
blown
doing
community
downstairs?
darkest timeline.
What is
Yeah.
what's the vibe downstairs? How many people are there? Is it like lively? What's going on? Is there music?
So as you run downstairs, yes, it is actually it's dinner time. So you have a bunch of workers here, people from around the community. There is a bard. You look over in the corner, and it's a red tiefling bard, and he is playing bagpipes currently, just kind of blowing them and working the crowd.
Do you have wings
He does not.
or horns?
He does have horns, and they kind of wrap around and kind of go back, and his hair is like black hair tied with like a leather thong, holding his hair back as he
Cool.
plays vicariously.
Edie's going to go and go find the bard and go sit with him and listen. Is there other people listening, or is it?
Yeah, people in the audience are listening and dancing. You've got some people dancing in a circle. You have, yes, absolutely. There's
Edie is dancing.
Okay. Make just for fun, make a performance check. And if you don't care at all what your dancing looks like, you can roll at disadvantage, or you can just forego and just say, I'm going nuts. This is me.
23.
Very, very nice.
Edie knows how to dance.
Edie she just goes crazy, and she becomes soon the center of attention. All in just a matter of a couple minutes, she runs downstairs and see the dancing going on, and just jumps in, and everybody starts clapping along and having a great time with Edie in the center. The bard notices you and switches from the bagpipes. He pulls out like some flutes, and then you see like attached to his legs, he actually has like those like cymbal type things like in his knees, and he starts like playing like he's a one-man band thing in a moment.
One man
and
band. Yeah.
he just starts going, changing to
I
like an
love
upbeat tempo, like jig type song for you to dance to, and just really get involved with the music as you come down.
Perfect.
Drinks are being served. There's meals being eaten. The tables
Oh,
are actually really
I'm trying to grab a
crowded.
drink off a tray.
Make we'll say sleight of hand check as you're trying to just grab one as it goes by.
13.
You bump the table. You manage to grab one, but you bump and spill some of the drinks on the tray as it goes by. The waitress is like, "That was for okay," and just like heads back to the counter to grab another drink that it was for the person it was intended for.
Just waiting to lock eyes with
and
anybody
that's-
that's coming downstairs.
Yeah, as I said, the rest of the party, that's what you see as you come downstairs is Edie going nuts with the dancing.
Overall, not as bad as I expected.
Shockingly tame.
I can go and try and get food. And Boyd will go over to the bar to scrounge up some grub.
All right. The person working behind the counter was there when you guys checked in. It's the same woman. Let me go back to her name here.
Elaine.
Moulaine. Yep, the bugbear.
Bugbear?
And she's like, "Hey, you're the one that complimented my my fur. First drinks on me."
Oh, thank you. Actually, could we parlay that into food instead?
Well, your food's already covered as part of your
Oh.
your stay here for the night. But I mean, if you want more food than what's offered, you can do that, I suppose.
No, a drink's fine. Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Good. I'm glad, because otherwise it would have been really confusing. I don't know how my accountant would do with that. But what, ale, wine, what would you like? We're not going the hard stuff. That's not on the house, but
Understood. I don't suppose you have a Negroni?
oh, a what?
I'll just have an ale.
Yeah. And she like reaches like to a tap and like pulls a mug out, and she pours a respectable pull on the ale and hands you a mug.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then when is dinner to be served?
Well, it's being served all around you. You just need to tell our
Oh.
servers what you'd like.
Understood. Got it. Sorry, I'm a little new. Voidal.
Did you want something, or
Do you have pies?
what kind of pie?
Preferably sweet and savory, but not in the same one.
We do. We have a meat pie, we have a fish pie, and then we have some berry pies.
What if we get one of each of all of your pies? How does that sound?
A full pie.
Full sampler of pies. Yes, full flight of
Are
pies.
you sharing the pies, or is this one of each for everyone?
This would be sharing, yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Yes. Tapas pies, I guess.
We don't have whatever that
Yes.
is.
I love that. You do. You just said that.
Just sort of like
Popeyes.
Top pies, yeah. Sort of it's like a pie pass situation where everyone just shares the collective assortment of pies.
We often do the
Hey,
pie
two
pie
pies,
pass
move on.
after evening. Anyway, yes. Here's yes. We'll bring it to your table if you can find one. And you look and you see that it is very crowded. You may actually have to share a table with some people at this point.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Void will wander over to wherever Nemeia and Quoras are.
Would we have been hunting for a table?
You could have been, yeah. You look around, the tables are all occupied. Not that they're necessarily all full, but they are all occupied.
That's it.
Is there a table that's has enough room for all of us?
Looking around, you see that there is one table that only has 2 people in it, and it looks like it's like a 6-top.
Bully somebody out of their seat.
I was about to say someone's about to have a very bad day. Maybe.
Sure. I'll go over to that table.
Okay. You approach the table and you see sitting there just 2 halflings sitting across from each other, just talking. Their heads are together, and they see you approach. Yes. How can I help you?
Oh, all these seats taken.
These other ones here? Not currently. We had some friends who were supposed to be joining us for a meal. They've not yet arrived.
We're gonna take them for now. If your friends show up, we'll figure something out.
I hope that something you're going to figure out is where you're going to sit, because we came early to reserve the seat because we knew this place was very popular, and so we were trying to get the seats for everyone.
Leave.
What?
It's fine.
Do I see this
Just
happening?
here for now, and we'll leave when they come.
Are you looking for it? Like that
I would
kind
be
of thing?
looking for Quoras and Nemeia, so I was just wondering if I see this interaction happening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my voice to be Mullane. That's her name?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my voice to be Mulane's and just like cover my mouth with my arm and go, "No saving seats!"
Make I'll say a charisma based. I don't know if this will be deception or
Deception?
intimidation. I guess first deception.
Deception.
Yeah, let's go with
It's
deception.
the same number, either deception or
Yeah,
intimidation.
let's just roll. I'll combine it then into 1.
14.
But you said okay, fine. You can sit down. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And they kind of like scoot over like a little bit. Not that they're big. They're halflings, but they like trying to give you space and like put their heads back together as they're talking. They start like whispering.
Oh, got a table. Cool. Void sits down.
What's the food and ale situation?
Ale is this one, although I'm sure anyone could go up and get more, but I'm not particularly thirsty, so if anyone wants this one, you can have it. And there's pies coming.
I wonder if they all use the same kind of crust.
I don't know. I've heard killing ourselves with pre-stream in jokes. This is great
Yep.
content.
These little jokes. This is so good. Sorry, guys.
I was under the impression that the savory pies and the sweet pies have different crusts, but I could be wrong.
Feel like a establishment like this probably just uses all the same crust. Cut down on costs.
They might.
We'll find out.
Butter, water, flour. Done. Maybe a little bit of salt, but that's adding extra steps.
This is not the Great British Bake Off. Like, this is not, we're not doing it. Your food is brought to you shortly after, probably within half hour, 40 minutes, because, you know, having to put the pies together and bake them. They come out hot and bubbly.
Made to order.
And, well, you ordered full pies, so, you know, they got to make sure that they have stuff for the others. And, Edie, how long do you dance before you return to the table?
Once I can smell the pie.
Okay.
I feel like I would have definitely spotted them sitting at a table. I would have like, between like the crowd of dancing people, like Edie's head would have been like bobbing to try and like make eye contact with just one of them. And if they made eye contact, she's like, but otherwise she's waiting for the pies to come out. Then she'll rejoin the table. But if anyone catches her eye,
We're gonna say
doing a
goodbye.
lasso.
I want to rock right now.
Boy,
I'm
you said-
prepared for them to get down.
Yep, you catch my eye.
Nemeia, can you resist Edie's charm?
That's a nat one. Nope.
Ah, yes!
I'm not
Edie
internationally
has
known.
magic.
Just roll
Yeah.
my eyes and
Come dance with me!
You notice the bard changes. It takes two to make a thing go right.
No.
All right. While you guys are dancing, the food has been brought out.
Mhm.
You know, you guys can say dancing. You come back to the table once food is delivered, and you guys can dig in. A few moments after the food is brought in, a shadowy figure approaches and stands at the edge of the table and sets down a sigil on the table that you recognize as the same one that was on the letter you received. And you just hear the voice, "Move." And the halflings look up and, "We're not coming back here." "Who are we kidding? Yes, we are." And they leave. And Aldym pulls up and sits down next to you guys.
They just unfortunate fate.
I
Bad
trust you.
coincidence.
Trust you received my letter.
We did.
Glad. I've gotten some more information I wanted to share with you before tomorrow. Is everyone
I
here?
was going to ask, are Nemeia and Edie with us, or are they still cutting a rug?
Is this during pie or?
This is once dinner has been served, yes.
Yes, then yes, we're back.
okay,
Post pie.
we're back.
Well, mid-pie.
Mid pie.
The best part
Mid pie
of the pie.
chat. Mid pie meeting.
Mid-pie meetings, yes.
Magpie meeting?
Aldym looks around at all of you. So the information that I have, the ball, the masquerade ball that you have been invited to, or that I should say that we got you invitations for, is going to be held at Bursk Manor. It is very large, very well-to-do family. They do have some suspected ties to the Thieves Guild, although it could be merely just as fronts for selling materials. Grigor is the master of the house. He is a very successful merchant dealing in ancient artifacts, specifically those from before the Sundering. his wife Cynthia.
Sundering.
Yes, the sun when the gods tore the world apart. I guess if you're not from here, you wouldn't know.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
They tore the world apart. Wow.
Who put it back together?
Yeah.
It's not been
Doing all
put
right
back
now.
together. It used to be one land mass, and it was torn asunder. You don't.
Whoa.
I understand. If you don't understand, you're not from. You all know this story, of course.
Do I know this story?
Make a history check. Any of you from this plane can make a history check.
Oof.
Another nat 1.
Bad dice rolls. 11.
8.
Void, you have at least a vague recollection of the word, the Sundering. But maybe you didn't pay too much attention to it. So this is not time for a history lesson. Suffice it to say, the gods created this world, and at some points saw fit to separate it from how they'd originally made it. I don't know. Maybe they got bored.
That
Anyway,
makes sense. I
he
get bored a lot.
deals
Those sound
in
like the gods.
artifacts. Yes, he deals in artifacts from before the Sundering. Very rare, very expensive, very lucrative, but sometimes hard to find buyers, or sometimes hard to acquire them. So who knows? Anyway, he is hosting. His wife Cynthia is a fierce, strong woman who is a renowned fighter, a gladiator. So together they've made some good money from her fighting and his investments, shall we call them. I've been made known that the Secret Keeper will be there, and he's acting on behalf of the Thieves Guild, perhaps as a buyer, perhaps as a fence, a seller. We don't know. That's what you are there to find out. Perhaps as a thief, perhaps to steal something. But remember, he is on our side, but he has a cover to keep. And will most likely not be alone.
What will he look like?
Well, I described him to you earlier. Do you remember?
His mask?
I don't know what mask he will be wearing.
He will be
Well, then
wearing
how are we
mask,
going
yeah.
to know? We're not going to know what anyone looks like.
Well, they're only half masks, remember. They only cover part of your face.
We'll see most of him. It should be okay.
Okay.
If you sent out full messages like, hey, I'm going to be wearing this and looking like this, and it was intercepted, it would be easily traced back to him. And
That's what riddles are for, right? And I turned to 40.
Precisely. If only they could encode it somehow. But even then, you do have to take the risk that whoever intercepts the message might understand the cipher.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess so.
what questions might you have for me that I can help you with? And then I shall leave you to planning.
So
Oh yes, you will need titles. So come up with something. You will be introduced. You can't be the heroes when you're introduced. You can't have anything that ties you to us.
Should we be not ourselves then? Not Void, Edi, Quoras, or Nemeia?
You should be somebody else. Yes.
Ooh, so not just titles, but entirely new names.
Yes. This is you are going
Oh.
undercover.
But
yes,
no
but-
one knows who I am.
Yes, that's the thing, is that since we're not, like, people of renown, we're kind of our own cover, normally. But
Normally, but you have been seen approaching the council. Even though it was at night, there are eyes and ears everywhere.
Yes,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
do you know my name?
Of course, I know your name.
What's my name?
It's a trick.
Maybe.
It's Edi. Of course, it should go without saying that no weapons are to be brought in, but if you can sneak any in, well, it might be in your benefit.
Could I insight check Edie when Aldym responds, of course it's Edie, to see if she's like, haha, no it's not. Come on, roll good. Oh yeah.
Not me going back to check character sheet information. Did I miss something? I've been calling you this for almost a year.
Have I been messing up?
Is it me?
Is
Did
it
I
me?
say something wrong?
No, it's the kids who are wrong. What'd you get, Edie?
Yeah, you can see that Edie's like, got it wrong.
I got 26, by the way.
Yeah,
Fine.
Edie rolled really not great.
But anyway, this is your time to ask any questions.
What exactly do you want us to do? We're just speaking with him?
I need you to make contact with him. Try to find out if he knows anything about the missing secret keepers.
Right.
Find out what they were doing last. Find out if you can even just use them as a... He may not know. You could use him as a way to get into the Thieves Guild, get associated with. It's just an option. If you have your own contacts within the Thieves Guild, by all means, you can use them.
Probably best if we're going undercover, then maybe best to leave any context we have already as sort of backup plans in case this goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
Do you anticipate there being any complications? In other words, so let's say we're dancing, we're just sort of carousing, and we see him. We find an excuse to talk to him. Everything goes well. We get information about why he's there and where the missing secret keepers are. Do we just extricate ourselves as quickly and carefully as possible, or is
This is a party of the most well-to-do, the most influential people within the city will be there. You are to conduct yourselves in a manner that is befitting this position. If you find out information, hold on to it until you can easily and in a manner befitting the position, leave the party. If it's at the end of the night, that's fine. If you don't find any information tonight, you are to utilize this as an opportunity to try to find a way to get more information, to maneuver yourself into a position to get more information. Again, you are making contact with him to see about a possible in to the Thieves Guild. If something else comes up there, by all means, utilize your... this is at your discretion. I'm here to answer any questions you might have about what to expect at this kind of event. If you have any questions about the layout of the home, I can give you a little bit of information regarding that. Having checked it out a little bit, I can give you the location. If you want to scout it out yourselves, there are opportunities for you to do a multitude of things. The party is tomorrow night.
What's the party for?
Do rich people ever need an excuse to have a party? It's a, I have money and I want to show it off party. And what's more fabulous than a masquerade ball?
Are there any good means of secret egress or ingress?
There are, in most of the upper well-to-do houses, there are places, privies, that lead to the outside. You could potentially access the inside through a privy, or make an escape through a privy should a need arise. Sometimes it's easier than fighting through guards and doors and walls. There are supply wagons that are delivered. Again, you are going as guests. There's no need to sneak in unless you want to sneak in ahead of time to check out the layout. But as far as making escapes, there are windows, there are servants' tunnels and things of that nature, of course.
Is there anything we should be watching out for while we're there?
Well, people who have money like to protect it. I would imagine if you go snooping about, there may be measures in place to prevent such a thing. Be it traps or guards or other unsavory things that might be meant to stop somebody from taking something that does not belong to them.
Don't have any
Makes
extra
sense.
question.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's
Avoid
pretty
those-
simple.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to say hi to someone. What'd you say, Nemeia?
We'll just stay away from those dangerous areas. Find our contacts, mingle, and get out.
I will leave you to work out the fine details to yourself. I was just here to provide more information since I realized there wasn't a lot in the letter. I sent it out to you as quickly as I found the information, but I needed to fill in the holes. So if there's nothing else, I shall depart.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Do you mind if I take a piece of pie for the trip back? Smells delightful.
Yeah.
I saw Edie crinkle her nose. That's my pie.
Edie doesn't say anything. But you all saw the nose crinkle.
We all saw it. Yes, you can have a piece of pie. That's totally fine. There'll
Which
be
one
more-
do you want least? I'll take that one.
Fish.
Which one's my favorite?
Okay, take
Edie, you can have my piece of the fish one then.
Okay.
the meat pie. Beef.
Beef.
What?
Oh,
What are
okay,
the other
I'll,
meat
I'll
ones?
take that. She takes the beef pie and
It's what's for
th-
dinner.
th- thank you, and she heads out the door, leaving you guys to make plans.
I think Edie would have launched herself across the table if I had have offered the sweet pie.
Yeah, we all knew not to tread very carefully around that one. Yeah.
Edie's hand's already like going across the table to like if they'd said that pie, she was just gonna snatch it.
Yeah.
She's left it there for now. It's fine.
But yeah, this is your guys' time. You gonna do any planning? Now is a good time for that.
Oh, nervous.
We discussing this downstairs.
Maybe back in the room? Or go
Okay.
for a walk?
Can I give a quick look around of the room to see if there's anyone prying eyes or listening
You
ears?
can absolutely make a perception check.
Even though I technically have disadvantage, can I help?
Ooh.
No, you can make your own at
Mm.
disadvantage.
It's okay.
Investigation check.
Another
Perception.
nat one! This is
Maybe change
interesting.
dice.
I did!
I think those dispel dice are weighted.
No, these are a different dice now. These are Sakura dice.
Should have rolled Fernway. I rolled a
No,
natural
I have
20 for
Fernway.
23.
You look around, and nobody else seems to be paying attention to you, but the bard is absolutely looking at you guys, admiring the two ladies.
Fernway dice account.
So he's
Classic bard.
he's doing bard shit. He's not doing like spy shit.
You can insight check him.
I will absolutely insight check him. That is a dirty 20.
That's to his 6. Actually, no college. That's still only a 16. Yes, he's very much interested in the two ladies with horns that were dancing on the floor to his music as he actually sets down his instruments. I'm going to take a break, and he walks over and kind of like cracks his knuckles. Hello, ladies.
Oh, here we go.
You were visions of delight and beauty and perfection on the dance floor.
Thank you. I know, we're pretty great.
I think more than pretty great. You were... What's the word when the gods reach down and just touch things? It's divine. You were divine.
Thank you. Edie's gonna like quickly lean over to Nemeia for a second and be like, "Is Masquerade Ball a secret?" Hey, she just goes back.
No one- we
You
couldn't
went
hear
to
you
the
at this moment.
Masquerade Ball?
Why, yes, I am. I'm glad you ask.
That's so exciting. Are you going to be playing? I really like your music.
Well, I probably will. I'm actually going as a guest, but I'd like to play whenever I have a chance. The name is Sinbar. Pleased to meet
Hi,
you.
I'm Edie.
Edie, and he like kisses your hand. Enchanté. I don't know what language that is,
Me either.
but I've heard people say it before.
I think it's undercommon.
I know Undercommon. Very interesting.
Well, you don't know it if you don't know it.
Well,
I mean,
I know
did
a
you
word.
know what you said?
I think it said you're a foxy lady.
I'm actually a goat lady.
I've always found goats to be nicer anyway. And then he looks over at Nemeia. And you, my sister, you could pick me up and twirl me around and probably wouldn't even break a sweat, would you?
Nope. Very easily.
I thought so. Would you two be delighted to entertain a dance at the ball tomorrow? I'd love to be your partner.
Ooh.
Both of you. Separate times. Unless you wanted to dance together.
Maybe.
What sort of mask will you be wearing? How will we recognize you?
Oh, you'll know me. But my mask will be purple with gold trim. To go around. It'll accent my red coat that you see that I will have on.
I see that you have on.
That you will see that I... Look, I'm a...
Do you know any languages?
I know the language of love, my friend.
What is
Are you
love?
certain?
I'm not. But I seem to do okay. Look, I'm just looking for friends. I'm relatively new to the city. I'm here, and I was just enchanted. My breath was taken away by visions of just perfection. And
Should we
I had
be
to say hello.
friends?
Can I
love
insight that
that.
he's new to the city?
You can.
22.
Hard to say. He could be honest. He rolled a 28, so
Oh.
Jeez.
just
We're also
here
new.
representing my
I'm new.
father, and so
Ooh,
I have
who's
to.
your father?
He's king over on H.E.R.O.E.S. It's another continent.
Do I know anything? No, I wouldn't have. No, Edie would know
Oh.
nothing.
Do I know?
A king?
Have we heard it?
A king?
You can do a history check at disadvantage.
Yes. I
Tell
know I
me
have
that
to
you're a
say
I
it.
met both.
Princess?
I met both of you.
I'm not even joking. God damn
I'm
That's a
sorry.
5.
Did you say I'm a princess? No,
Yeah.
I'm a prince. Prince.
Oh, what's-
I'm a boy. Boys are princes. Girls are princesses. Or if you don't feel like you're either, then you would just choose whatever you wanted to be, I suppose.
I've only known.
But
of-
I'm a
Royalty.
prince. I'm royalty.
Okay.
Yes. I'm like the youngest son, though, so sometimes I get sent to be like, "Hey, go represent us someplace and just stay out of the way."
like heavens like this.
Well, that's a me thing. I like to hang out with more down to earth
With-
people. Down to earth people. Matt, what did you roll?
Oh, 8.
You've heard of Laoface. It's another continent, but you're not familiar enough with the history of the. I mean, you know the base continents of Esithia, so
Wait, this bard is a tiefling, yeah?
yes, red tiefling.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, I missed that little part.
His tail whipping around, but
Mine's just twitching like a cat's.
when you hang out with nobles, you're expected to put on airs. When you hang out with rich people, you're expected to put on airs. I like to hang out with the regular person and just kind of just enjoy life.
Put on
you know?
grounds.
Yes, exactly. To be grounded. I like to enjoy life and to do what I want and what makes me happy.
That's what you should be doing all the time.
That's what I told my father, and he said, "Get out of here. Go represent me somewhere."
Oh, that's what also happened in my family.
Yeah?
I don't, yeah, literally, go represent Aruna, and then I got pushed through a portal.
That is strangely similar. I've been through a portal before.
Have you?
Yes, I ended up in the elemental plane of fire. It was not a very nice place.
Oh, no, that's not. No.
But
What was your name again?
Sinbar Truthbringer.
Okay.
I thought you were being comfortable. In the plane
I'm
of
sorry,
fire.
what was that? Oh, I was. Temperature was fine. It was just not a very nice place. Not very
Well-
much life there. You know, it's all rather one color, one vibe. It's not really exciting. Took me a while to get out. I was not. I had to find somebody, make some deals. You know how it is.
But maybe you could tell me about it tomorrow night.
I would like that very much.
I'd like to know more of your continent.
I would be happy to tell you more about my continent, my home, anything you would like to know.
Excellent.
I would like to know more about just common people.
There's nothing common about us.
Well, pardon my words. By common, I just meant people who've been allowed
Less
to
than
live
you.
their lives. No. Oh,
Yeah.
by gods, no. I don't see people as something to know about me, and this is God's own truth. I don't see people of station as anything other than people. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I meant by common, I meant people who are allowed to live their lives how they saw fit. My whole life was
like-
dictated to me.
Next round of drinks is on you, yeah?
That's what I'm
Sure.
hearing.
Absolutely. For the whole bar! And he, the bar erupts.
He wants a shot of the most expensive alcohol.
Somebody has to spend daddy's money. I don't care.
You call your father daddy?
I was using terms you guys would get. God, just stop, okay? God. Somebody has to spend my father's money. Daddy!
Daddy.
Yes, whatever you'd like to drink. It's not my money. I don't care.
Awesome.
Have you been to one of these masquerade balls before?
I've been to so many masquerade balls before.
One like this one? Same people? Same group? Or was this your
Not-
first one here?
This is my first one here. I've only been in the city for about a week.
Do
Interesting.
you know anything about the host?
He's rich, snobby, older. Met him in passing. His wife is, well, similar to you, I would imagine. Noticing that, the scars and stuff. She is a fighter. She's strong. She's covered in scars. Very fierce. I didn't dare approach her. She would break me in half, but I also don't envision her as the type of person who would dance for fun.
She sounds ferocious. And Void gives a quick eye glance to Nemeia and Edie.
Tail cracks like a whip.
See?
You seem like you know how to use that.
Oh, you have no idea.
I do not. But, if it ever comes to it, I have safe words.
Good to know.
Anyway, I just wanted to come over and introduce myself. And he directs to the server. Drinks all around. It's on me. So whatever you guys would like, I've got to get back to playing. But I hope we can talk more.
See you tomorrow.
Well, yes, of course. Good night, ladies. And other friends. I didn't introduce myself to you, and he extends a hand to the two of you.
Even though you were here.
No, you didn't.
Well, I mean, he talked to you, but Quoras was, and he talked to Quoras some, but he didn't introduce. He was very distracted by the beauty before him.
Void just keeps a hand on their drink and is like, "No, you didn't."
Chorus just doesn't say anything. Just stares at him.
Well, anyway, I shall see you then on the morrow. And he goes back to the stage and begins playing again.
I won't be able to make it, but I hope it's fun.
And he just kind of like nods as he's playing again.
Oh, it was supposed to be a secret. We're undercover.
Yes, that's why I added that last little bit, just in case.
Smart.
Figure it's probably best if I have a different face.
Which one are you going to choose? Are you going to make a new one?
I think I'm going to make a new one.
That's so exciting.
I thought we could use him as a connection, someone we know there.
No, that was all good. Us being
mean, if it's high-end
antagonistic
event.
doesn't prevent that. In fact, it probably endears him to you more because now he wants to get with you out of spite of us.
He wants to get with Nemeia?
And probably you too.
What?
That was all flirting. Are you not familiar with that?
No.
Ah, that's what you do when... Well, there's a lot of words that go there, and they're all quite inaccurate and potentially... It's what you do when you like someone, either physically or emotionally, and want to spend more intimate time with them.
Ah. Okay.
At least that was my read on him.
No,
That's
he was
interesting.
definitely flirting.
Mhm. With you, Nemeia.
Void just
I mean,
gives
he was
Edie
talking
the
to
look.
both of us.
What?
What?
Do you think that he liked me?
Why not?
No. No one's ever liked me before.
Oh, bull.
I do find that quite impossible.
No one's ever liked me before enough to flirt with me.
They have and you just didn't realize? Some people can be pretty oblivious.
Pretty sharp on these things.
I
No,
Edie
yeah, I
would-
mean, it's definitely possible. Look, okay?
Yes, with all due respect, you did miss what I would equivocate to basically the chariot fire of flirting. If you didn't notice him doing it, I think you probably missed a couple.
Yeah, he
I
wasn't.
wonder
saying
who
that.
else has liked me. Interesting.
Well, I think we've caused enough of a scene. Are people like looking at our table now that the bards come over? They just
Nope,
don't
they
care?
are enjoying their drinks.
Fair enough. I'm gonna grab my drink, down it as quickly as possible. I think I'm gonna get back upstairs.
You should get some rest. You look a little tired.
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab my burnt hand again.
Is it okay if I also go up? I have a lot of work I need to get done before tomorrow.
Sure.
You
Go
t-
upstairs.
are you two okay here?
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay. See you later.
We'll be up shortly, probably. You want another drink?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh,
Or was that
I
to
said bye
chorus?
to you, Void.
Sorry.
I turned to
Nope,
Chorus.
Ignore me.
I mean, but sorry. Yeah. No, all good.
Joe, I'll grab us some drinks.
Okay. What
Back
are you
with
gonna get?
two ales, just whatever is there.
Okay.
Is there like anyone sitting like behind me?
You guys are kind of at tables, like so not directly like it's not a booth, so there's not somebody like directly behind you, but like there
Yeah,
are
but I-
tables behind you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Just was wondering how close the next person is.
Probably about 3 or 4 feet away.
Oh, that's not bad. Edie's gonna lean back on her chair, like, hang her head back at the next person that's there, and hi, hey, hi.
Um, hi.
Are you familiar with flirting?
Yeah, I'm I'm familiar with the concept. Why?
Can you give me some examples?
I mean, like, I could show you some examples. Yeah. Would you like to?
Yeah. Yeah.
to-
What?
I-
Yes.
I mean, would you like to go to here? And he turns.
Yeah.
He turns and gets look. And you see this is a just awkward looking, probably just barely old enough to drink human male. And he's there with some buddies, and they're like, "Do it, do it." Welcome, chaotic fabulous raiders. You are just about to see some awkward examples of flirting.
Welcome.
And he's like, okay, I've been preparing for this. And he goes, and like touches you, and he's like, maybe we should get you out of those wet clothes.
Let me know when Quoras gets back.
What were you going to do?
Just about what point in the conversation? I went to go get ales. So about what point in this conversation does Quoras return?
We'll give him a couple options here.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys. No, that one didn't make sense. Okay,
Hey, that was one.
that was one. Hey, baby, you look good. And then he like awkwardly poses.
Edie kind of like copies, like, but like not on leaning on anything. She just puts her fist to her face, like, okay, that's
He
that's
turns
another
and
one.
looks at his friend. They're like, do it, do the one. And he turns around and looks at you like really, really. He's like, okay, I'll do it. All right. Aside from being sexy, what do you do for a living?
Sex? What?
Um, do you like raisins? How do you feel about a date?
What? What's a date?
Well, it's like when you and I would go out and like get drinks together,
Like,
or
what, you want to get like now?
yeah, yes, I would like that very much. You want to, and of course you can walk up like this time.
So that's what flirting is.
Oh, you weren't like really wanting to go get drinks with me, is what you're saying?
Yeah, show me examples of flirting.
Oh well, then yeah, okay.
Oh, what's going on here?
Nothing.
Uh,
Edie like is gonna slide her chair back to the table. She's like, "Thank you."
all right.
And then they're like, "Did you see it, guys? I did it! Yeah, like you were so good."
Quoras is just gonna turn and give him a death glare, just like a fucking
My girl, and I'll kill you.
yeah,
Oh, look.
just to like you don't even want to mess with this. Eyes go black for a second.
Okay, we should leave now.
Good idea.
But they're like
Edie,
high-fiving each other as they leave.
Sit down and put the ales down.
so we're having a drink together.
Sure. Yeah, that's what this is.
So, what do you do for work?
Uh, Mostly kill people. I mean, you've been with me now for. We do the same. We have the same work, Edie.
Yeah,
I don't know that I
I'm
understand
sorry.
the question.
Never mind. Ignore.
No, you're fine. Just what? I'm just confused.
Are your clothes wet?
No.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. Drinking. Ignore me. Sorry.
You're fine. I'm just very confused.
Uh,
It's a little hot in here.
can I tell you a secret?
Sure, anything.
Edie finishes the rest of her drink. I was practicing flirting.
Oh, well,
Just because I wanted to know, because I didn't know what it was before, and then Void told me what it was,
sure.
and I didn't know what. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm.
Well, yeah. I mean, practice
feel good.
makes perfect.
Yep. I don't think that he gave me good examples, clearly.
No, that was a child. He definitely didn't know what he was doing.
He looked like a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
No. Uh,
Horst also just down sail. Awkward silence.
Awkward silence is so deafeningly loud right
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so mad we're not there.
No, I'm loving this. I'm so glad we're not there. This is incredible.
Oh,
what are you gonna wear tomorrow?
Well, I haven't quite figured that out. I think probably find something movable and dark and some kind of mask. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. How about you?
No idea. I am excited though to find a mask, and I saw some with feathers when we were at the shop the other day. So maybe something like that. We'll see.
I think that would look great. Going to go for something colorful?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what they've got.
You should. You look good in rainbows.
Thank you. Ah, that was nice. Thank you.
So, how are you, Edie?
Was that Conlon seeing the chat and going?
No, no, oh no. Yeah.
I'm okay. A little sad.
Oh.
If I'm being completely honest with you,
How come?
Adriel left.
Yes. We do seem to lose friends at an alarming rate with this group, but I'm sure she'll be back.
You think so?
I've got a feeling.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I just I miss her a lot.
I understand. I hope that our paths cross again. I think there was a lot of unfinished business there for all of us.
Yeah. Do you think that I'd be able to like send her something, or like I don't know how to communicate to her. I want to make sure she's safe.
I don't know. We can try. We can always try to find the temple that she's a part of. See if they have any information.
True. Okay. I want to be able to get a better way of communicating with the people. That we don't get separated. It's hard to not know where everyone is.
Yeah. I think there are some spells that might be able to do that. I've seen magic that can aid in communication.
Oh, really? Maybe I can talk to Ellie about it sometime.
Sure. You still talk to Ellie a lot?
Every day?
Oh, great.
Why? She's my best friend.
Oh, no reason. No, just curious.
Um, is this a date?
Well, to be completely honest, I've never been on one, so
Me
hard to
either.
say.
I asked that guy, and he said that it's when you have drinks together.
Well, I mean,
It's all very confusing. I just was like, want some explanations.
sure, yeah. I mean, I feel like a date is more when you have drinks together romantically and not like platonically, but I suppose this could be considered a date. It depends on the way you're viewing it from.
Okay, that's interesting. And so it's a date. Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Sure. Do you need another drink? It appears that
Yes.
we are both out.
Absolutely, please. Yes.
One more. To whoever's walking past, get another.
Yeah, to a random passerby.
Yeah.
Get your own damn stuff.
I'm not aware.
Eyes black. Get me a drink.
Work here?
Another drink is brought to your table.
Cool. You don't get up?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
No, I can.
She need
You
to
can
get
put a
more
whoopee
flirting
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah. No, I peace out. I'll go get the drinks because it'll be funnier.
Edie's gonna lean back. Wait, did they leave? Did you say?
Yeah, he got rid of
Yeah,
them.
I scared them off.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Never mind
Sorry.
then. No, it's alright. He was just gonna thank him.
Probably wouldn't have liked the response, so it's all good.
It's fine.
All right.
Enjoy
You
our
guys just
second
gonna
drink.
spend a little bit of time chilling down there. What are
Yeah.
the other two doing upstairs?
Void immediately starts like unpacking some of their tinker's tools onto like. I'm assuming we have like a desk in the room that's like pushed up against the wall. And
Yeah, there's a little table kind of thing. Yeah.
little table thing, yeah. Void doesn't need a lot of space, but just like getting out their tools and kind of enumerating stuff in their head. Were you going to just go to sleep straight away?
Right, but I was gonna start winding down.
Okay, that's fine. Kind of meant to do this with Quoras here too, but I'll probably be awake a little bit longer. So I'll talk to him after. But I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
Wait, you what? Huh?
That I'm sorry
Me or him? What?
to you. I mean, also to him, for kind of related but different reasons. But specifically to you, I am sorry. I did lie before. I didn't know that I was lying, but I did lie before, and that wasn't nice.
What do you mean?
When I said I was okay, I was trying to use the scar as a hint, and ultimately that's playing a game. It was immature, and I was being impatient. So I'm sorry.
Thank you for that. What? Why did you say you needed it? What?
I'm not used to asking for other people to fix what hurts. And so I was trying to show my hurt without showing my hurt. Because after this morning, and I freaked out, and I just felt like I was bogging everything down. And so I was like, I'll just be happy, but I'll put the hurt somewhere else so that maybe when people are ready to talk about it, they'll talk about it. And I don't think it worked. It's just confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was confusing. Sort
Yeah.
of shut me down. So are you okay? Like we can talk about it.
I don't want to keep you up if you need to rest. I have some work I can be busying. I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry I acted that way.
I appreciate that. And I'm sorry if I caused that hurt. You know, not waking you up and scaring you in a new room that you didn't recognize. And I have answered your riddle as well. I'm just not ready to give my answer yet.
Oh, okay.
There's just a lot going on right now.
No,
And
yeah. You're right. I'm not thinking about how hard, and this is why I wanted to talk to Quoras too. I'm not really thinking about how hard it is for you two to be here in Saison. And so I'm just thinking of this as sort of it just wasn't as serious to me, not until this morning. And that's my fault.
it's okay. You're aware now. So that's why I can't give you my answer just yet. There's too much going on.
Okay. I understand. I'll
You're gonna
be
let him out?
waiting.
Cool.
You guys want to go ahead and say at this point, you guys ultimately find your way back upstairs. Everybody goes to bed. Void, you are going to spend a couple hours working on making some bullets.
Yes. Also,
And
because we never actually discussed a plan, how do we want to do this? I think if all four of us go separately and all talk to Filone, that would be really complicated and messy and probably alert someone to something. So, should one of us be like the primary go and talk to him person and the others like be just sort of there waiting to help?
it's Falone.
Filone.
Alone.
Diero Falone. Felone.
Are we having this conversation in the morning?
I assumed before we went to bed because it'll impact how Void prepares.
I actually had an idea about that. I'm not good at stealth. I'm incredibly recognizable. So, all eyes on me while you guys seek him out.
Nemeia could make a scene with our bard friend,
Yeah.
while perhaps Void, you could chat with our friend.
You're gonna have a
And-
new face and all.
Yeah.
Yes, on that subject, I was thinking that since this is sort of a collector of relics, it might make sense to kind of lean into that notion. And Void shifts their face and becomes a older, longer, sort of gray beard. Has like a little bit of missing, retreating hairline, almost monk spot kind of hair, all white and gray, wrinkled old face with long ears, human-looking gentleman. Archibald Pettigrew, I was thinking that I could be a scholar of the arcane there from a distance, catching up with old buddies. Would this work?
Yeah. Why would you be my friend though?
Oh, I would just arrive separately. We could. I
I'm
would.
gonna be
No, that's. Oh no. Oh, that's a good point. And like their face retreats back into void. That's a good point. Do we want to be friends? Except I felt like if I'm different, it gives us a little bit of plausible deniability if I need to separate from y'all or anything.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think maybe Nemeia on her own with our friend the bard. Void and whatever character or persona you would like to take on. And then maybe Edi and I could go together and kind of scope things out, make sure, like, watch for danger and that sort of thing. I'll be there if we need anybody to sneak about. I should have us covered on that.
I'm not
Yeah, that's
very sneaky, but I could sneak.
But you are quick.
That's-
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I'm
that's
good
what I was
at
getting at.
weaving words. Not great. I'm convincing.
You're better
You are
than
very
most.
good.
That's what I was.
What, Nemeia?
I was just gonna say that's what I was getting at. I can't get in or out of places. I can't identify ancient artifacts. I can't communicate with people mentally. So you three would be best of finding, separating, and escaping sticky situations while I'm the distraction.
Yeah, that works.
And
Can we-
I have an
Can we still say
idea.
hello to you?
Of course. It's a masquerade, and if, like Void said, we're going separately, even though we do know each other, it gives us an excuse to mingle with the commoners, so the bard said.
I think this is a good idea. Nemeia, you're right. You are. It's very. It's hard to miss. So it's you don't have to. I don't feel like you have to be like big distraction, but just if more people are looking at you, that's fewer people are looking at a random old wizard and a couple of other folks that they might not recognize.
We're gonna have to get you an outfit. We have to get all of our outfits.
I have an idea on an outfit, and believe me, it's gonna be big.
Perfect.
Eyes will be on me.
Sounds good. I'll get to work.
One question, Void.
Hmm?
If you're going as some sort of artifact dealer person, I wonder if there's some way that we could manage to sneak eulogy in.
Oh well,
Isn't that dangerous?
I wonder how thorough they are in checking.
Well,
have a
my
bag of
thinking,
holding.
that's true. Bag of holding. I was thinking you could just take it in as an artifact.
I could also do that. I was
Something
actually
to
planning on
present.
something similar for Palimpsest to
Ah.
make sure that I had it. I can also, and Void like whispers a little word to the cloak that like spins around and morphs and changes shape, and it's this long, billowing, sort of like bunched up around the neck set of like wizard's robes. Think like the Meisters in Game of Thrones, but royal blue with
Mhm.
little bits of silver trim. And there's just a lot of places to put things in this. So I think I could probably stuff a few things away.
How big is eulogy?
It's the size of a short sword.
It's a long handle with a short
Yeah.
sword sized blade. Probably still a good 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
I could walk with a limp. Just have it along my leg.
Depends on how good the security
Not that kind
is.
of sword, Haley.
It just depends on how good the security is. They might be
Bag of
checking.
holding works best, right? But they
I
all
think
know what a bag of holding is.
They might. I think we
They
should
might.
try the bag of holding first and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Worst case, we check our weapons. Surely they'll have somewhere for that.
I think saying that eulogy is a relic that I'm trying to check up with Gregor about, that's a reasonable guise, and they're not going to expect an shifts into the face. They're not going to expect me to start wielding it around and bashing people on the head, now are they?
Being said,
Very true.
if the husband deals in artifacts, that's plastering a massive target on your back. What if they steal it?
We'll steal
I
it
know how
back.
valuable you would. That's just adding another layer of complexity to something we don't need.
Surely this dealer of artifacts has not made a habit of stealing from the people that he purchases them from. Now he might be trying to give us an awful price for it, but worst case, Void just tells them no deal and we leave. And if they would like,
Be a shame if their contact disappeared mysteriously. Ooh.
exactly.
I don't like
It's
that
an
plan.
option. Okay.
It's an option, but I think it's risky. I mean, we're trying to infiltrate the Thieves Guild. If we start blabbing around an ancient artifact of Matrix, that's going to draw their attention, which is something we want to avoid.
Yeah, and they know that you have that right now, hey?
The
Matrix
temple
does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lends an air of credibility to the story. Perhaps it was stolen by someone and given to Void. Or
I wanted
You
a
know-
game of cards from some idiot. Didn't know what he
Exactly.
had.
Look, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
make
I
the
like
decision
that
for
one.
you,
I
but-
like that one a lot.
I'm not gonna make the decision for you, but I think it's a risk.
either way, I would love to have a weapon inside, but I suppose if not,
Me.
I was gonna say,
it's very
have you
true.
met me?
It's definitely a risk.
Absolutely, but
But so
having
is
only-
going in unarmed.
exactly.
I'm armed.
You are, but
Me too.
the rest of us are not.
And you've got
But we
two?
also
Have you
Like
seen what
two-
happens when
like
Void
two-
gets in a fist fight?
Nothing. Nothing
It's-
happens.
It's not good.
He heals people.
Yeah.
There are 2 hits. Void getting hit, and then Void getting hit again.
From the
Well, the Void
ground.
hitting the
Void getting
ground.
hit and Void hitting the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Just Void getting hit, and then Void getting hit again.
Alright.
Let's do this.
Okay. You guys have time tomorrow to finalize the rest of the plans before you head out. But we'll say for now, you guys take your long rest. Nemeia, you finally get rid of that nagging point of exhaustion as you sleep through the night. Void, go ahead and do your rolls for your bullets.
How many hours would I know I have 2 hours as part of the long rest, but would there be any hours before I'd have to start long resting that I could do this?
You can do more tomorrow
Okay.
while you guys are planning too. You also have to allow time for shopping. We're going to fast track the shopping, so we're not going to do that on camera, but the potentially could be time tomorrow, yes. All right. And as you guys take your long rest and wake up, what'd you roll?
Absolutely terrible. So I've got some bullets.
Okay. We're going to fast track. We've already discussed what you guys are buying and whatnot. We'll just say you go ahead and take off 2 gold for travel between the districts and stuff like that to where you're going. We'll say you guys get to bed, get up around like 8 o'clock in the morning. Relatively early night for you guys.
2 gold for each
So-
of us, or just total?
Total
Okay.
2 gold for travel. We'll say you went to maybe a couple different districts to find what you were looking for. It's 5 silver a pop, 10 silver for a gold, so 2 gold for travel.
So
and then you
basically
all
5
mark off.
5 silver for each of us.
Sure, however you want to dole the cost out, you can do that.
I've got it. Don't worry. I'll fork it out.
Okay.
And then you all have already we've already discussed the cost for your attire. You've already discussed your mask. Is there any more planning you guys want to do before, or any discussion you want to do, or do we want to just fast forward to the ball?
Mm.
You guys still need to discuss names and titles?
Yeah, I guess we can discuss that like as we get ready for the party. We'll go get our clothes.
improv. Make them up
Our
on the spot.
masks? Yeah.
Well, you
We'll
can
do
do that too.
We'll
As
we'll
we're
do
being
a
announced.
montage.
do
So
that.
we're all going through Sailor Moon transitions right now.
All right. So then you guys get a carriage to the party because nobody is going to arrive walking. That'll cost you actually 2 gold for that carriage because this is not a taxi. This is a private carriage that you'll need to reserve. And then
Got it.
as you pull up
So
to the manor,
I would need to pay separately because Archibald is showing up. That's the whole.
okay,
Are we
that
doing
is the
3 actually? 1 for Nemeia, or is Nemeia going with Edi and Quoras?
Yeah,
well?
and then it's gonna find the bard, I reckon.
We can all go in together, I think, and then
But
And
Void
it-
wanted to approach.
but if Void's going separately,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
I was
separate.
going
Two gold.
separately to
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll mark off 2 gold for
Okay.
mine.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna offer.
And-
That's fine.
And as you pull up to the house, we will take our break.
Ooh.
So go ahead
Ah.
and come back in 10 minutes. We will start the party. See you soon, everybody.
Get your hallway bacon.
Get your
Oh my
hallway
God.
bacon!
Was that my hand down?
Yeah.
You normally do a more pronounced, like, boom, it's down.
Trying to keep it casual, Dustin.
Jolly
everybody.
Roger, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm gonna
know.
get one of those like action.
Most of us are in the US. The ladies are from Australia. Australia, mate.
Australia.
Fosters for continent.
Peanut butter. Australian for nut butter. Colin, you're muted.
What is
That's okay.
happening?
I don't- Somebody in chat asked, "What are your times? State, Europe,
Shrimp-
Isle
yeah,
of Man,
shrimp.
any of
We
you
don't call them
mates?
shrimp.
Throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Do you call them
We
prawns?
Call them prawns. Get some
Prawns.
prawns.
Australian for shrimp.
Yeah.
No,
Crap.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
I can't read
That
it. all.
counts, I guess.
Yay, it counts. I'll allow it.
Nailed
All
it.
right, welcome back, everybody. For those of you who, if any of you are just joining us, the heroes have had a time. They had some drinking, some dancing, some partying at the inn. They learned. Edie learned a little bit about flirting, poorly by some poor soul.
High school student.
Edi and Nemeia were both hit on by a bard named Sinbar, who was playing at the inn. He informed them that he would also be going to the Masquerade Ball tomorrow night, which is now tonight, as they have done some shopping to pick out their attire and have made a plan to approach the house and attend this ball. So as you guys are arriving, you will start with the three of you. You pull up, and everybody, for the sake of what we're doing, I'm going to just describe it. Bursk Manor is a large, multi-story house with a terraced yard. The manor house itself is cobblestone, with the stones all being brought from the river running from the mountains into the ocean south of the city. There are large floor-to-ceiling windows on the front of the house, only separated by the different floors of the house. So each floor essentially has its own floor-to-ceiling window all the way up. Yeah. As the main entranceway where the carriages and everything pull up, there is a statue of a man wrestling a lion. And you are greeted by a human male in his probably mid to late 60s as he helps you down. Why don't you, one by one, starting with Quoras, describe your attire?
Oh, you would have to start with me. I'm about to sneeze, so
Okay,
we'll
then
see
we
how
will
far I get
start-
through this. No,
we
I can go.
start-
I can go.
Okay,
It's fine. Maybe talking will help. Yeah, so Chorus is just dressed in like pretty simple but like fine black suit. So I think if anybody was like looking pretty closely, it's pretty stretchy material. Like it's clearly a nice fancy outfit, but can move around in it and sneak around in it specifically. It's sort of no shiny bits, but there are like some lace patterns, like black on black lace on the actual like top that's like slightly mottled gray, so it looks more shadowy. So it's not just like pitch black when you're in a shadow. It's all thought there. And then he's got on a like white fox mask that
But again,
sort
it's
of
a half mask.
half mask, yes. So covering with little ears that poke up and fur kind of sprouting off the sides of it.
All right. And Edie.
Edie is wearing a two-piece. She's got like on a halter neck and a big long flowing skirt, and it's made out of like gold material, but there are rainbow sequins that are like sewn to the entire skirt. So they like shimmer, and you can like brush them one way and brush them the other way to like
Those
change
pillows?
the pattern. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's got
And
Danny
you're not-
DeVito's face on one side. And
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
And Nicolas Cage's on the other.
Yeah, exactly right. Perfect. And then like the sleeves are like open but long, and then they cuff at the wrist, so they're like these big bellowy sleeves. And she's like pretty much just flapping her wings in the carriage ride. And yeah, that's what Edie's wearing. Oh no, she's got a half face mask, but it's quite big and it goes up, and it's a big owlbear. So
Love it.
it's like feathers all coming up that like go up where her horns are, and then they come down as well. Yeah, all feathery, little beak
Fantastic.
where the nose is.
Aw. Nemeia.
So, Nemeia is wearing a sweetheart strapless dress, but it has a plunging neckline that's sort of a zigzag. It's figure hugging. It gets to about her hips, a little bit past her hips, and then flares out almost in a mermaid tail fashion. But the skirt of the dress is incredibly lightweight, so that when she walks, it looks like wisps of darkness or shadows or waves crashing on a beach. Her mask is half face, but it's all very loud. It's black and silver, and it's like lightning bolts are coming out everywhere. She's got horn cuffs that are linked with 2 silver chains that have dainty little gems on it that look like rain. And then her wing, where she has the scar where it was torn, she's put silver body paint on it to exaggerate the scar to make that also look like lightning.
Right,
And
perfect.
there's a massive slit up the front of one of her legs as well.
I was about to say, there's got to be a leg moment, right?
Oh, there's absolutely a leg moment. That's how she gets the billowing effect behind.
All right. Perfect. And so you approach the door. Are any of you carrying weapons on you? They are going to do.
Do we have the bag of holding? Did we bring the bag of holding? What was the plan here? No.
You didn't in the end.
I think
Okay.
I think Void is having the
I
plan.
thought Void.
Yeah.
Okay.
Archibald has the big bag. I have to keep all of my medications nearby.
Yes.
They rolled a 23 on an investigation check, kind of patting you down. So if there are any weapons, you would have to roll higher than that to disguise them. Otherwise, they let you. The guy asks, "Excuse me, I need your name and titles, please, and your invitations."
Hand over the invitations. Who would like to introduce themselves first?
Are they announcing us?
They will be announcing you as you go in. That's why they're asking for your name and titles.
Typhane, Tempest of the Night.
And your title of that's a wonderful name, but are you a lord, a lady, a duchess, any of that?
Lady.
From?
Valentor.
Lady
Started off so
Typhane.
confident.
Lady Typhane of Ballantor, Duchess of the Night.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Tempest.
Tempest, my apologies. And you, and he looks at Edie.
Duchess Shimmer. Pleased to meet you.
Please, where are you from?
The Feywild.
Very good. And you, sir?
Lord Malchus of Garlock.
Very good. And you are led by 2 younger, sturdier-looking humans to the main entrance of the Great Hall. We have here announcing...
Sorry, so could I just quickly update that from the summer court? That would be better. In the Feywild, of course. You understand.
He just looks at you and blinks. Lady Typhone?
Typhane.
Typhane of Ballantor, Tempest of the Night. Sorry, his handwriting is a little shaky at times. I apologize. Duchess Shimmer of the Feywild of the Summer Court. Lord
Thank you.
Malchus. Lord Malchus of Gerlock. Apparently no other additions to that one. And everybody just kind of like politely applauds. As
He
you look, you
applauds
see,
along with everyone.
you look and see the hosts. As you guys enter, they are standing kind of at a position like slightly raised up from everybody else, acknowledging guests as they arrive. Grigor is a man in his mid to late 50s. He is wearing a black high-necked button-up shirt with silver scrollwork running around the border, black pants, and riding boots with silver buckles. His brown hair is worn in a loose ponytail, and a brown chin-strap beard accents his still young-looking face regardless of his mid to late 50s age. He's wearing a mask that looks like a lion, complete with spun gold that makes the mane for the lion. Next to him is a dark-skinned woman with waist-length black hair that's worn in tight braids. She looks to be in her early to mid-40s, and her mask is a blue and silver like falcon mask. And again, the silver and blue looks like it could be potentially even blue and silver gold worn on her mask to make the feathers. Her dress is almost identical to Nemeia's. It is long blue gown, exposed arms, high leg slits, plunging neckline, trimmed in silver scrollwork. The muscles in her back and arms clearly visible and accented with white scars crisscrossing the exposed skin. And she stares at Nemeia and just immediately notices that their dress is very, very similar. Shortly after, Void, your carriage arrives. Why don't you go ahead and describe what you are wearing?
Void has changed into the persona of Archibald the wizard and is, elderly human, balding with that it's not white hair, but definitely aged graying hair, maybe blonde in their earlier life. And he is the Mimicloak has been changed into that big, like ruffled bit of dark blue, navy, and silver trim cloth that's kind of bunched up around the shoulders and then falls down to kind of mask the sort of body shape. But beneath there are little windows that peer into seeing basically just a very casual, like warm fleece, like button down with a black like dress vest over it, and then going into black tweed like trousers and black patent shoes. Basically, if a professor were asked to attend a formal event, it's like he's going to put on a lecture and then dance shortly after.
Okay.
And the mask is what looks like a monocle that's just been sort of like exaggerated and has little bits of silver scrollwork around what is otherwise a very simple, just like dark blue to match the robe mask.
All right, perfect. And are you wearing? Are you carrying the sword? Are you hiding the sword? What do you?
The sword is in the bag of holding, and palimpsest is squirreled away in like a fake pocket of the Mimicloak. Like bundled up into all of that mess is like a little thing that palimpsest can fit into.
All right. You approach the gates, and the people there, the guards there, are going to pat you down. So go ahead and make a, I will say, deception check to try to hide it, or
Could I argue for a sleight of hand?
you can.
Fail me now. Oh god, out of the box. Doesn't count. Come on.
Out of the box.
Out of the box. Oh, dice, I love it. Thank you. 26.
They do not find palimpsest, but they do ask about the satchel that you are carrying.
Oh, Yes, I was hoping to go over some recent discoveries I've made with some peers that I'm expecting at the party, as well as Gregor. Gregor has need of my services. I believe I've discovered something that could be very interesting for his museum's undertakings. It could represent a sizable donation back to the Temple District, and I'd like to show him the evidence of this rather magnificent find, but it's far too much for an old man like myself to carry. I've gotten up in years and lost a little bit of my muscle, so I was hoping I could just take my satchel in. If you would make an old man part with his walking stick.
You're not carrying a walking stick. Those are the satchel. And
That was a Lord of the Rings reference.
Grigor has specifically said, no business. Tonight is a party, so if you would like to discuss business, you may come back tomorrow. If you're here for the party, you may leave the bag at the gate. We will give you a ticket for you to collect it later.
That is indeed unfortunate. There are valuables in here, I will have you know. Where is it being checked in?
Will be kept right here.
Void is gonna scope out. I want to scope out this area and see if there's if it's a coat check. If there's maybe a back door into the coat check.
It's like a guard house.
To get to it. Okay, it is detached from the main facility.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. No funny business.
None.
With the caution of an old angry man, hands over the bag.
They take it and they kind of write down a ticket and give you a ticket and kind of put it with the thing, and you see them put it away and lock it up.
Right, very good. Very good. This way?
Into the house, and please, your name and title.
Archibald Pettigrew, Chief Executor of Reliquaries for the Weldex Estate and Keeper of Arcane Histories to Countess Strevia. You have all that down, Countess Strevia. V.
Yes, V. Where does the V go?
In between the E and the I. You've got this. I believe in you.
There's a few E's and I's.
You did pass primary, yes?
Please take Mr. Pettigrew and introduce him. And another two guys escort you in. And they bring you in. Announcing Archibald Pettigrew, Chief Executor of Relish for the Weldon Estate and Keeper of Arcane Histories to Countess Stevia.
I'm putting in a formal complaint.
You would think someone this rich who spent this much money on a party would have gotten their announcements right.
My God.
Did I get that right?
No, not at all. You were close. You mispronounced executor, and then from there it was a ramshackle shit show.
But you see, it's written, it's spelled executor.
Yes, I realize that, except I'm not. Do I look like I have an axe? Do I look like I've beheaded anyone recently, boy?
I don't. Look, some people are really proud of their past accomplishments. I'm new here. I really need this job. Please don't turn me in.
I'm sorry, sir. You're clearly not cut out for the speaking parts.
Going back to walk-on work and background noise only.
Rhubarb.
All right. So you guys are at the ball. Everybody again applauds as you walk in politely. You see the owner take note of you, and he looks and you see him thinking. He does not seem to be familiar with you, or at least the place that you spoke of.
This is to me, specifically?
It's you specifically, yes, as you walked in. But they kind of go back to talking with the people that they were with. You are free to mingle. This is a very large manor. The party does seem mostly contained to the grand hall, but there are people in some of the outer hallways and stuff like that. Like it's a pretty widespread. You do see some musicians playing stringed instruments only right now. There's no you see maybe a light percussion, but it is not anything wild and rambunctious right now. It is very much mood music to allow people to talk. But if any of you have been to these kind of things before, you are aware that there will be likely dancing at some point.
Dance cards.
My dance card's gonna be full in a second here.
As I walk in, massive contrast It's like Typhane is a completely different person. I'm holding my head up high, I'm striding, and my wings are also partially extended to help emphasize that scar. And again, as I move, that dress is billowing like a storm behind me, and I walk to the center of the room. And then I just look for anyone who's looking at me.
Make a perception check.
Edie looks like almost like a groupie right now, just like following behind a man, like,
13.
look at this. I keep
you s-
fluffing her skirt every time it like gets caught up in anyone steps on it. I'm like, flop it back up.
You see, I mean, people are looking at you, but nobody seems especially like attentive to you other than the hostess, and she has not taken her eyes off you from the moment you walked in.
And I notice her looking at me.
Yes, she's staring at you openly.
I will go up to her. And if there are any people holding trays of champagne or whatever, I'm just going to casually grab one.
Okay, easy enough.
Make my way up to her.
You approach her, and she sees you and watches you approach. Well, it's not often one approaches me so confidently.
Well, I thought the host of the party should receive congratulations on a splendid event.
Why, thank you. My husband is the host, and she gestures to Grigor. I'm just here. Cynthia Burst. Can she extends her hand?
I'll shake it.
She absolutely applies some pressure.
I apply the pressure back.
Good. I'm glad to see it's
And then
not
I
just
hold my
show.
hand. And then I hold my hand out to her husband.
He takes it as well. His is firm but polite, just as a business kind of handshake. A guy who's used to making business deals and making that exchange. It's not attempting to crush your hand. She wasn't either. She was trying to see like, what are you bringing? Is this show or is there real strength to you? Getting a gauge for you as a person. And she goes, "It's good to see that this isn't just show."
Nothing I do is just for show.
Well, you can't tell me that this dress isn't for show.
Well,
That's why I wore it.
and a fabulous choice.
Indeed, I was told it was one of a kind. I shall have to have words.
Indeed. Well, it looks fabulous on you.
And on you. I must admit, I'm jealous I don't have the wings.
Oh, not everyone does,
It's true.
but they have their uses. And I'll open them out again. Not fully extended, but I want to make their presence known that I am a presence.
Just knock over like 6 people.
Yeah, I was going to say,
The wait staff is absolutely destroyed.
I was going to say, you absolutely knocked over.
This Edie this entire time has been crab walking like a bubble around. Like,
You stay away from her. Keep off of her dress.
I was going to say, as you extend your wings, though, you do knock a couple of trays of glasses over as people are like, and everybody stops and looks. Well,
Oh, my apologies.
no, they should have been more careful. Clearly, it was their mistake. They should be giving more of a wide berth to such magnificent splendor.
Indeed. I hope you won't punish them too hardly.
No, not at all.
It's
They
hard
just
to
won't
find
have
good-
jobs in the morning.
Oh, Matt.
But they won't know until the morning. We need them to finish what they're doing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It wouldn't be a party without the help.
Agreed. I'm glad we are in agreement. You know, I've not seen you before.
I've only recently arrived in town.
Well, we shall have to get together sometime, maybe over lunch.
That
We can
sounds
share
amazing.
stories.
I'm gonna deliberately take note of her scars.
Are
Perhaps
you
we could share-
openly doing it? Like, just like,
Yes.
okay.
If she's wearing a dress as revealing as I am, she
Oh,
wants
yeah.
them on display.
Yes, absolutely. She's very proud of her scars.
Perhaps we could talk past battles. Some of those
Indeed.
are very impressive.
What, I was just noticing the same about yours, but I wasn't sure how to approach it. I like your open
Openly,
and just,
please.
yes. Tell me about this one. And she gestures to the scar going down your wing. That seems almost crippling.
It was for a while. Certainly not a good time. But they paid for it.
Edie, what are you doing right now? You're just like guarding her dress?
Yeah, Edie is just kind of like filtering in between people, like keeping an eye on Nemeia, but like she's like, I'm inconspicuous. But like, she doesn't really know how to be inconspicuous. So she's just kind of like probably standing in the middle, like hands on her hips, like, yep, I'm out of the way.
Perfect. Quoras, what are you doing?
After Nemeia and Edie walked off, I think Quoras would have scouted out like the bar, the drink table, whatever. Found a couple drinks for everybody. Done a little, use that as sort of a time to walk around, kind of see what was going on, kind of take a lay of the land, commit it all into that mental map that he's got. And be ready
As
to
you're
go.
walking around, go ahead and make a perception check.
22, yes.
Okay. You're looking around. You catch sight of a familiar face, kind of walking waist level to most people. You see, like, reach up and like grab a drink.
Just kobold.
Nope.
Okay.
Not a kobold. It is
All right.
somebody you haven't seen since Loch Hilbrand, or since right before Loch Hilbrand. You see the small little figure of, pull up his name, Eldon Bagwell, the halfling
God.
trader.
He's still alive.
He's wearing like a nice button-down shirt. It's a little too big for him, and his mask is like, his half mask is kind of, it's his horse, Bill. So he's like wearing this mask, and it's even extended, and he's trying to figure out how to drink the drink, like with him. So he like tips it, like lifts the mask up a little bit to take a drink.
I'm gonna walk up behind him as quietly as I can as he's
Make a-
trying to chug this drink.
Make a stealth check.
Hell yes. 14.
Okay. Beats his passive, and he's not looking for you, so.
Yeah.
Eldon.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Here on some official business. The rest of the
Okay.
crew's here as well.
The rest of
Just, if you see us, don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course.
Things seem to be going well for you. If you're here,
Yeah, it didn't work out in Loch Hilbrand. So I'm trying here. I mean, there's already lots of stores, but who doesn't love a merchant who can move stuff?
yeah, big city. Makes sense.
Really big, especially when you're small like me.
I can imagine.
Is the
Well-
other halfling here?
No. We were separated
Oh,
from a part of our group. Maybe don't bring it up to,
okay.
especially Edie.
Oh,
But it's great to see you.
good to see you too. Maybe we can catch up while you're here
Absolutely.
after this, because. Okay, I'll go back to. Should have worn a smaller mask. This is.
That looks complicated.
It
Perhaps-
really is.
Perhaps you should find a straw.
I'll look for one. Thanks.
Good plan.
Peace out.
And he like watches you go, and he's like, "Void, what are you doing?"
Voy is getting there after a lot of this has happened, right? I'm not.
Yeah, you've arrived probably 5 or so minutes after everybody else, so not a whole lot of time has passed, but
Okay. Voy's just gonna start clocking where people are, so like trying to spot Maya, Edie, Chorus, just to get an idea of who's there, and then also starting to look for Falone.
okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, This dice. 22.
It is. There's a lot of people here, so it's going to take some time to go through and find them. You start getting a feel for like the different people. Right now, it seems to be a lot of wait staff moving through, giving people hors d'oeuvres and drinks and things of that nature. You do spot a person that you do recognize. You don't see Eldon, rather you see a dwarf, a dwarven woman. She is wearing her long hair up in a braided crown, her beard neatly groomed and tied with green ribbon. She's wearing an ivory-colored formal gown with pearl buttons, with emerald and silver knotted circle brooch that is displayed on her chest with a long silver pin that holds it in place. This is Snurry Cragdelver, another relic hunter from your past.
Archibald like stops where he is and like probably like bumps into someone, and like it takes a little bit for like the brain to reset and like, oh, sorry about that.
Oh, did you want a drink?
I didn't even see you there. Yeah, no, thank you, not for me. Liver
Okay.
spots.
They move on.
Void is going to Archibald will move, I'll move over to Snurry.
Okay. Hello.
I feel like I've seen you. Were you at the summit? I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago.
I don't believe so.
You just must have one of those faces. Apologies. I'm Archibald. Good to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. And she extends her hand, and you can see some calluses on it, but it's really well cared for. Make another perception check.
Hot damn, 22 again.
You notice at that time that there are two figures behind her, probably off about 10 feet away. One's a half orc, one is a elf. That as you approach, they kind of both start to stand up and like start to move, and she, with the other hand, like waves them off. You can see like with her finger, and they sit back down, but they're watching.
I hope I didn't offend. I'm long
No,
since
cool.
out of the dating game. No worries here.
No, that just, they help carry things. You understand. You look like you have people who probably helped you carry some things as well.
Well, I used to have a magical bag, but those damn attendants decided to take it, and I'm still a little kerfuffled about it.
Well, this is a party, and what do you need a bag for in a party?
Well, I need medicines every hour. Let's not get into my medical history, that's fine. It was good to see you.
And you, I'm sorry, you said your name was?
Archibald, what the fuck was my fake name? Hold on.
Archibald.
No,
What
that
was
wasn't
that
in
again?
character. Hold on. Archibald Pettigrew, Chief Executor of Reliquaries for the Weldex estate. And the boy botched my introduction entirely.
Yes. Well, very good.
What brings you here?
Well, I'm old friends with the host, and so he invited me along, and so of course I had to come.
Oh, how do you know the host?
He also works in, shall we say, antiquities?
Ah, yes. Good field, that is, yes.
Yes, there's much coin to be had.
And much knowledge to be had, more importantly. I always find insights to be more useful than coin. Coin just pays for the insights.
This is true.
Anything in particular? I always like to ask this of a fellow reliquarian. What's your best find? What's the latest or perhaps a find you've yet to find? Eh?
My dear, this is a party. I really don't have any desires to discuss business right now.
Not business, academic curiosity.
Yes. Perhaps you and I can get together sometime and have this discussion when we are not. We don't want to be rude to our host. It's expected that we mingle, but by all means, you can make an appointment with one of my men.
Certainly, fine. What are we to mingle about the weather? Sure, yes. Where are you staying in town? Where could I? Or should I do this through one of your hands, feet? I don't know.
This will work. Sometimes feet. I'm staying here in Upper Gakos. I'm staying at a little silly broken down dwarf. It's the Broken Dwarf is where I'm staying. It seemed fitting.
Interesting. Sure.
Well, it was that or the Petals Do, and that was not really where I'm in the market for right now. Although I might visit it later.
Not
If the mood
familiar with
strikes.
either establishment, but it sounds delightful.
The Petals Do is very much. Do you like being entertained?
Oh, yes, it depends. Entertained by what?
Companionship, perhaps.
Well, a good conversation is the best, yes.
You can have that. Conversation is encouraged.
Oh, okay. You say that in an odd way. I think I'm missing the boat here.
Do you ever get cold at night?
Yes, I mean, I am. My blood flow's gone down substantially in my later years.
They are good at helping get the blood flow going again.
Oh, are they into that new arthritis massage work?
Massage can be negotiated into the evening's price, yes.
Well, if they're not doing massages, then what is the price? I'm confused. Price for conversation? I just like to converse with people.
Yes, and they will converse with you as well.
I'm utterly baffled. And I
Well,
know Netherese.
tell you what. I'm feeling a little feisty. How about tomorrow? You and I we could take a night out. We'll go to the Petals Do together. We can discuss business if you desire, or we can let you just explore and enjoy a night.
Sir, is this a museum? That's usually the only thing I'm used to exploring. I'm sure. No, you said it was
More of a. I mean, there's a show usually, so it's like a dinner theater kind of.
Oh, like.
And then afterwards, you can get to know the performers.
Oh, so it's like a Cirque du Soleil, but then with a meet and greet.
Cirque de Luna, I believe, is what they.
Ah, yes. My apologies.
But, I mean, it's,
Soleil is that weird lizard folk water.
no, it's that ice cream frozen with fruit.
No, that's sorbet with an R.
What did you say?
I said sorbet with no R between the O and the B.
It still sounds like you're saying sorbet.
No, there's sorbet and there's sorbet.
It's the same word.
I'm to promise there's an R in the second one.
Whatever you say. But yes, why don't you and I meet there maybe tomorrow night? Say 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock's rather pushing my bed. But okay, I think I could probably stay awake that long.
Maybe take a nap. I promise you, you'll need your stamina anyway.
Yes, I want to make sure and be up and at 'em, that's for sure.
The shows are quite vigorous.
Okay, do I need to limber up at all? Is there
You
like
wouldn't have
audience
to stretch.
participation?
There very well could be.
Interesting. I haven't done much vigorous exercise in quite a while, but I think
Is your
I'm
heart
used
strong?
to. It's strong enough. I'm used to performing under pressure.
Yes. Well then, I think we should meet tomorrow and we can discuss. You said your name was what again? I'm sorry.
Archibald Pettigrew.
Archibald, yes. What is your greatest find? You've pricked my curiosity.
Oh, my greatest find. By far, it was the Staff of H.E.R.O.E, a strange relic by a small group of fish people that were worshipping a rather inane lobster deity. Bleepdilpoop, I believe was the name.
Make a deception check.
Out of the box, come on. Hey, that ain't bad. What is that number? 15.
Well, that's good. She rolled a natural 2, so with her modifier tie. I'm not familiar with Bleepdilpoop.
Bleepdilpoop is a fascinating creature. Basically a large think of a centaur, but with the body of a man and the upper torso of a lobster. There are variations on the theme, but it's basically an underwater thing worshipped by fish people.
Is this like, I'm trying to picture, size-wise, like the head of a lobster is so incredibly tiny. To the
No.
body of a person, like it just would be like,
Enlarge it to person scale. It's a
so it's to scale.
yes, the thing a manly
Oh.
man, but the upper half is just chitinous and red.
She gestures to the elf. Make note, bleep to poop.
Bleep
Yes, look
del
it up.
poop. There's an L.
Bleep
Why is everyone
del-
skipping letters? Letters are important.
Bleep del poop. We must learn about this deity.
Yes, and anyways, this staff, it was a relic of the high priesthood, but it actually had arcane benefits. It was very interesting. They didn't quite understand it. They think they were more waving it around and just thinking that their god was granting them powers, when in actuality it had magical powers of its own. Fascinating study.
Were these powers?
Oh, it had the ability to conjure water, being, I think that was probably what clued them into thinking it was a relic of Blipdil poop. And then there was, of course, the ability to clean things, again, within the poop domain. I'm not really sure. And then there was the ability to, if you straddled it, you could fly around, much like a broom of flying.
Was it propelled by water?
No, just propelled simply by magic. Soaring on the currents of arcane force.
But it produces water and cleans things, like
Yes.
of the poop nature.
I'm sure you could unsoil other elements, but yes, fecal matter was definitely effective about.
It's a very specific and odd relic.
It was. It was
Where did-
a minor property, but you said the most interesting, and I found
yes.
both the combination of its out of placement and the culture, and this whole sorted mess with the lobster god to be the most fascinating excursion I've been on yet.
Where did you come across this?
Oh, this was on the south coastlands of Kadesh.
I've not spent a whole lot of time down there lately. I should maybe visit there again sometime.
It's a good place. I highly recommend it. Plenty of things lost among the sands there.
Indeed. Well, thank you. I really should go mingle more, but it's been quite nice to meet you, and I will see you on tomorrow evening.
It was nice to meet you as well. I shall see you on the morrow, and I'll make sure and stretch my hammies beforehand, whatever that means.
Please do. Yes, I am coming, and she like gestures over to Grigor and walks away. Back to Nemeia and Edi. What are you guys doing now? Are you still having conversation with the hostess?
Probably would have done like an elaborate spin, like excuse myself, elaborate spin, and would you care to join me, Edi? Lady Shimmer?
Yeah. Where are we going?
Cause more of a scene.
Okay.
And I trot literally behind her.
Another stupid.
Did I see where Quoras went?
I'm tall enough. I'd be able to see him.
Yeah. Did you see where he went?
Make a perception check.
That is a 19.
Quartz, where are you?
Probably at that time, still talking to Aldym.
So you see Chorus off a little bit of ways, but talking to a halfling person. From the distance, you probably wouldn't recognize him.
Yep. He's over there, talking. Can you see? Oh no, we don't even know what he's wearing.
You see a red tiefling?
Do I see a red tiefling?
You do. He's surrounded by probably 7 or 8 women, varying ages, and he's talking. There's a lot of laughing and everything like that.
He's over there.
Yeah, and he's currently busy.
Do you think he's too busy to talk to you? I don't think so.
I'm trying to keep attention on me. I don't necessarily want to fight for attention.
I mean, I think that if you get his attention, it'll probably stay on you.
Is there music or like people dancing?
Right now, it's still more of like mood music. There's not really dance music yet. The dance is set to be a little bit later. They're kind of waiting for people to finish arriving, and then the dance will begin. There's make a, I guess, history check to see if you're any recollection of any balls you may have heard of or been to. You don't know a thing about how these work. Right now, they're not dancing.
Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm still holding the wine glass, so I'm just gonna give it a swirl and neck it.
Champagne,
to-
but okay.
What did I say?
Wine.
Close enough.
Unless you grabbed another
So-
glass, because initially you grabbed a champagne glass. And this time
I
it was
did.
wine.
I did
so-
say no. I would have just held it to make a show, but I've just given it a swirl, necked it. Here we go. Edie, hold this.
I got it. And I'm going to just keep an eye.
What are you doing with the glass? Are you just going to hold it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it, but I'm getting ready to cast like prestidigitation to like give the little like sparkles and
Nice.
like as she walks over.
Perfect.
So I just not storm, but like storm my way over to Sinbar.
Okay.
I'm glad you did make it tonight.
He looks up. Nemeia. Such a pleasure. I'm
He doesn't know my name.
No. Sorry,
I know
Taifei.
your
No, he didn't. He did. That's right. Such a pleasure to meet you. Luckily, you didn't give me your name because that would have been awkward. As he shouts out a different name than you introduced yourself. Such a pleasure to see you, ladies. This is my friend, and he notices Edie. My friends.
I didn't go over.
Oh, you didn't go. Okay, you're saying from a distance. My bad.
I'm literally, I'm looking like a creep, just holding the glass, and I've like got my hand out doing the little sparkles off the back of her, but otherwise I'm just chilling.
Gotcha. Ladies, such a my friend, such a ladies. This is who I was telling you about, the lady I met last night. And he looks up. It's so good to see you. I was hoping you'd arrive.
I hope all good things.
Oh, well, only the best.
Amazing. I see that you're busy, so I won't take
No,
too much of your
not
time.
not at all. Thank you, ladies. If you'll excuse me, please. I promised to dance with this fine young woman. I know. And we will all have a turn. I guess. Thank you, please. And he like kind of grabs you, like walks away. Please, thank you. And they swarmed as soon as I arrived. They do that anytime I show up anywhere. Nobility draws them like flies. I don't like it.
Perhaps you shouldn't go so casually
Places?
dropping your title. No, just
what
casually
what
dropping your
choice do
title.
you have? When you walk in, they introduced you. So you know, it is what it is.
Yes, but I didn't call myself a lady last night.
But you are a lady. Whether you are a lady or a lady is not the same thing as being a prince.
I am a lady of Balantor, but again, I
Yes.
didn't go dropping that title last night.
And I'm glad to hear that. But I am the son of the king, and that is my title that I had to be introduced by. It attracts people. That is what I'm saying.
I completely understand what you're saying. However, if people know that you're a prince outside of these balls like you did so casually drop last night, then you're going to flock the wrong attention. If I just saved you, then perhaps you want to be a little more discreet.
Yes, last night was about gaining attention. Tonight it was unavoidable. I wanted
Well-
you to know that I have the ability to take care of those who I care about.
Of that I have no doubt. But believe me, I'm just going to look him up and down. I can take care of myself.
Oh, I fully bet you can. What I meant by take care of was just being able... You know, look, I think we're getting off on the wrong foot here. Hello, again. It's good to see you.
Likewise.
You look ravishing, by the way. I couldn't...
Thank you.
My words, they're used to coming out, but right now they're stumbling a little bit.
Yes.
You're like
I
a storm cloud
hear.
angel.
That was the idea.
Well, you accomplished. Where's your friends?
Oh, they're around.
Ah, good.
I'll be joining
Would-
them soon.
Oh, I was hoping maybe you and I could go for a walk in the gardens.
Let us continue to mingle and
Of course.
drop titles, and we can meet up later.
I would like that.
I owe you a dance after all.
I am all things. Yes, anything that has to do with entertaining and performing, I do. And I also sometimes have sticky fingers for things that catch my attention, not like in a weird way. Oh, sometimes in a weird way. I've been,
Dude, a useful skill.
yeah. Well, sometimes when you want knowledge or information, people don't want to give you knowledge or information. You have to find a way to acquire said knowledge or information.
Yes.
I've
I
said
usually
too
find
much.
torture works best for that.
You know, as somebody who's been tortured, I can tell you that usually
I was joking. Oh my goodness.
I see. Awkward. Why am I awkward around you? I am not awkward.
I have that effect on people.
Huh. Well, indeed.
What is he wearing? Sorry.
He is wearing a red, like almost knee-length coat of like silk, but again, gold brocaded like scroll work just down the sleeves, down the front. Very just bright and rich looking. Like it is gold thread. Black trousers.
That's okay.
Big-
He has the lapel.
He has a lapel, yes.
Awesome. I'm just gonna reach out, neaten it, pat it down.
Thank you.
Perhaps I'll see you later.
Are you leaving?
No.
Then why would you see me later, if not right now?
I'm going to go find some other people to talk with.
Oh. Well, I shall be around.
Of course. Turn and leave.
And he watches you go.
I deliberately swipe my hips a little bit. And I go back to Edie. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, how was your date?
My what?
Your date?
That wasn't a date.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Who's looking at it?
From his perspective.
I think you and I need to have a chat about dates.
I got it.
Edie, what's a date?
Well, it depends on if you like someone, and then you get to decide if it's a date. Because it's your perspective. Right?
That wasn't a date. I mean, kind of.
You do something
that-
together, and you like them.
Walking is not dating.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we'd be dating right now.
Do you like me?
Of course I like you.
Then maybe this is a date.
Do you want it to be a date?
Maya? Oh,
Typhane.
sorry, Typhane.
Still.
I'm...
You...
Wait.
Hmm?
Never
What?
mind.
No, tell me.
Well... No, it's okay.
No, it's not. Tell me.
Well, maybe Chorus and I had a date.
I'm gonna grab Edie's shoulders and just move her off to the side. You what?
Don't think so now, but I did before.
What happened?
We had a drink together.
We've had drinks together. I've
How
had drinks
about
with
the way-
Void.
What?
You've had drinks with Void. I've had drinks with Chorus.
Never mind.
We're not finished with this.
But do you like Void?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
I think Void likes you too.
The way. I don't like the way you flip conversations like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't you even. Anyway, do you remember who we're supposed to be looking out for?
No.
Okay.
You want to point him out?
Can I can't do that. Can I make another perception check to see if I can find anyone even remotely matching the description?
Well, you were looking for Quoras, and now I don't know what you guys are doing.
No, I know where Chorus is.
Okay. Yes, you can make a perception check.
Oh, even better, 18.
As you look around, you see a couple people who could potentially be match the description of what you were seeing. It'll be harder to tell without being able to get like right up against them. But you do see like 2 or 3 people who potentially match the description.
And who's closest? Chorus or Archibald? Archibald? Yeah.
Archibald,
know
where
where
were you
Chorus
at?
is.
Of course, you're at
Sorry.
the bar area. Archibald, where had you been?
I'm patrolling through the crowd to try and find. I'm being pretty laser focused in on the goal because
Okay, so probably Quoras then would be closest.
Okay.
And I would have been headed back towards them. I got 3 drinks, so I was gonna carry them when I saw what's his face, Eldon.
Oh, Edi, if you're able to shoot out, wait, can you speak to people in their heads?
Yeah, I can send messages like Void can.
Do you want to try and get their attention? I have 3 possible people that could be who we're looking for. Chorus, thank
Okay.
God. I'm just gonna grab a drink and again neck it. Whatever you want, I don't care.
Oh, do you want another one?
I really do, but I really shouldn't.
Yeah, wait, you have this one while I send the message.
That one's empty.
Didn't
Was that the one I
Chorus get
gave
me a
you?
drink?
No, Chorus just gave her one too.
Oh, aren't you still holding my empty?
I'm holding the other empty glass still.
Yeah, I came with 3 glasses, so
I'll swap you the full one for the empty one, and now I have 2 empty glasses.
Sure.
Edie is going to crisscross applesauce on the ground. A little bit of. Then she's like, "Hi, Archibald. Void? Do I have to send the message to Archibald or to Void?"
They're the same person.
Okay. Hi,
I'm just gonna hold my wing
Archibald.
out and give her a bit of
It's
privacy.
Edie. We think that there's 3 people. I'm like looking at Nemeia to confirm that the message is okay. I have no idea what I was supposed to say. Come here, maybe. We want to say hi.
that's positively erratically on point. All right, I'll find my way over to you.
And I just yell okay, even though I did not cast a message again.
Everybody like stops for a minute, like looks around, and then they look down and see you sitting on the floor. And
Well,
then a
that's what
couple of
they are.
attendants run to you. Are you okay? Did you fall? Are you hurt?
Fine.
And
thank you for
my
the
drinks
care.
are empty. I stand up, leave the glasses on the floor.
Attendants pick them up and kind of take them away. But you're sure you're not hurt?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Have you got? Wait, no, it's okay.
Okay.
There's
You walk
food.
away. Yes, there is food. Some of the servers are carrying glasses. Some are carrying like appetizers and stuff like that. So you have like bacon wrapped prawns. You have like cream cheese and bacon wrapped
Bobby.
asparagus. You have
all bacon.
all bacon. It's a lot of bacon. There are like some fruit ball like skewers. There's some like chicken like satay type skewers. all kinds of different little
I've like
finger food
grabbed
items.
the skewers and I've just started skewering everything. Into the...
Well, they're already skewered with food.
Yeah, she's making them bigger.
And
Skewer,
help,
skewer.
like, please don't. But okay, fine.
Horace, did you find anything? I mean, Milkus. I said Milkus! I said Milkus!
No, you didn't.
No, not really. I did a quick little glance around to see if any of our friends were here, and I ran into Aldym, if you remember, short fellow from a while back. But give him a little heads up that we were here.
Stacy's sauce?
What?
Aldym? Was that?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that joke.
The stories.
Which one?
Oh my god!
With the campfire
Incredible.
stories.
What a fucking
Yeah.
callback.
Yeah, damn.
All right, that's some
yes.
note taken.
Yes, yeah, Stacy's sauce, Aldym. He's trying to get a store set up here. We'll see what happens, but he knows we're here. I told him not to talk with us told him we were on a mission.
Isn't that counterintuitive?
How so?
If you tell someone we're on a mission, odds are they could blab.
Yeah, but I figure he owes us his life.
It's true.
He's seen what we do to people. I mean,
He knows we could very easily do it to him.
exactly.
We'll murder you in
We're
your
not
house and
supposed to
then
be the
set
bad
your house
guys.
on fire.
Get on our bad side.
Get my bad
Yep.
side.
We're the bad.
Don't mess with the heroes.
Are we the baddies?
Hero. I'm gonna burn your house down. Not that kind of hero.
Oops, we're evil.
Well, I'm gonna point, like, just subtly, watch my tail, Chorus, and I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna flick it in the direction of the three people that I think might be.
And I try to narrow
Yes.
it down.
Has Archibald
That was
arrived at the man
trying
of
to be subtle.
at the speed of old man?
Yeah.
I think for pure comedy's sake, I would love it if that tail smacked Archibald right in the face. Oh my goodness! Oh, dashing hell!
As you arrive and you're trying to point the figure out, you hear ding 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 ding. Let the dance begin! And that is where we are going to end.
Ah,
Oh,
you
no!
monster!
No.
Fucking dinner
We're gonna have
parties
to-
with bells.
We're gonna have to do like one of those scenes where like they dance and like try to talk to each other
Yes.
while switching partners the whole time. Yeah, we'll
Yes.
try to
That is-
find the guy.
Looking at each other's
That is
shoulders.
already in the plans for a
Yes.
dance that's going to change partners
Oh
and stuff.
my god.
Yes.
We have to wait
Um,
2 weeks for that!
2 weeks, because next week we have another History of Vengalia one-shots, hosted and run by our own Edi. I'm so excited. We are all going to be Fey creatures, so you don't want to miss out next week. It's going to be so much fun.
Chaos.
Chaos confirmed.
Welcome
it
to
is
the
going to be-
Feywild.
Confirmed. We got fun and games.
So,
Yes.
we are so excited, so glad that you are here. Please come back next week because we are even more excited about that. We're just really looking forward to it. But have a safe and happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, y'all, if you celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, have a safe and happy day tomorrow. Still be thankful for stuff, right? You can be thankful all year round. Like, be thankful. Come back next week. We love you. We are so glad you're here. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, are you ready for more tales? Goodbye, everybody.
Stick around for the raid.
Yes. Right.